Hi, Mike the MC, back to bring you another self-care video, and I'm going to start a new playlist to give myself more space to talk on more topics. This one will be with respect to person and environment. And so I thought, what a perfect way to start off with respect to burnout, how looking at it from a work perspective in life, at church, other places of our life, how that affects us, and how this video, I hope, will share from my experience what I went through and how I can help you avoid that burnout, and so you don't face the consequences of a negative event in your life. And so let's jump into this topic. Okay, so this topic today is going to be with respect to person and environment theory from social work and how it could help you avoid terrible situations such as burnout or relationship fatigue. And so the idea behind person and environment is it's like looking at yourself, where you are in your environment, and how that environment and you interact with each other. And so part of it also is, you have your decisions, your actions, how you make your environment work together. Like if you have a clean bathroom and the guest comes over and they give you the compliment saying, oh, hey, this was actually a pretty clean bathroom. You know, the toilet was actually cleaned and sterilized. And you're like, yeah, all right, yeah, I know I made the effort to do that. So for something like that, that gives you a compliment, that's really awesome. Or having your clean desk, clean environment, okay, that's one thing. But then taking it to another level, having your desk set up to where, okay, I have my laptop right here, and if you have the TV, your other systems around, keeping it close, that works too for you, if it does. And everyone has different ways to set up their environment. Whereas if it's more or less on the trashy side, you can't get to your closet, you can't get to your other materials, your clothes, your water bottles, whatever, then okay, maybe your environment needs to be cleaned and updated if you're going to want that to work for you. So learning to use your surroundings to your advantage. And now taking it to a personal experience, how this can help. And so with regard to person and environment theory with actual life, with me, I had the experience of facing a burnout at my last job because I was not sharing with others what I was going through at the time. I was just thinking, okay, I'm going to grind through all my tasks, get this done, come home. But that just left me so burnt out to where I turned my own work into a negative environment for myself, for my psyche, my personal idea. And so because of that, I was just starting to burn out, having negative thoughts, and to where, okay, this is also affecting not just my life and my work, but also my relationships with my friends and family, to where I was just closing out because the environment that I was working in, the one I created, was just not working for me. I thought if I made it a working environment, just put 110% at the work, just keep going and going, taking on new job, new task after task, that I would be success. But learn to set my boundaries with my own work environment, to allow me even to talk to people, to say, hey, I'm not going to do so well today, or I'm just not doing that great. Do you have a moment to talk? And if that other person you have is not there to help you with what you're going through, extend your communication to another person if you can, phone, email, some way to kind of alleviate that stress from your work environment. And how can you make your work environment work for you? Where, okay, looking at some of the benefits, for what I would do is take walks down the hallway. And that allowed me to kind of work through my thoughts, my mind, what I went through in the day. Some clients would be presenting some very serious cases. Some to where I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're going through this. If my family is going through this right now, how can I prevent that if I know it's coming from your story, your situation? And you start to think and you have negative thinking, thoughts, ideas. And so I would just walk down the hallway. Sometimes I just use the bathroom, right? Just look in the mirror and be like, oh, okay, I'm right here, I'm okay, I'm doing all right. That's if you want to walk around, take your space, use it to your advantage. Other people I know, right, like to drive when they have their lunch to a space outside of the work environment, and that's great. Different environments create different ways of thinking, and that alleviates the stress that you may feel. That's another approach to that, and I love the idea of using different rooms and environments for different activities like that. Another way with your environment that could help you. Have the window open to where you can just look outside, look at a distance if you can. And if it's around a bunch of trees, if you're in the foresty area, okay, just take a moment just to look even at that. Okay, maybe it's just a lot of trees, but hey, do you hear the sounds of the birds? You see the clouds, how they're going? Where's the sun? Where is there wind? And you start to look and become observant of that environment outside of the workspace, and you're thinking, oh wow, okay, there is some peace out there outside of my working environment, my work office. The other thing you can do is, all right, when you start to journal about your environment, start to think, okay, I was with this client at this time. I was feeling a little negative. What if I, during that time when I know it's going to be a serious case, right before, just take a moment to meditate and think and say, okay, this space with the client, I can invite them to find peace in it. Let me bring that tissue box. Let me bring that extra table. Let me bring that extra chair. Using the environment to help that client find peace. And in turn, that can help you possibly when you work with the client as well. That's where I love using your environment to your advantage. To where, all right, I'm not being closed off from other people, but I'm not closing off my client, other people either. Back to the family. All right, you come home, there's the TV, there's the couch, okay, there's the kitchen. What are you going to do now? Are you going to just go and chill and relax and then close out the rest of the day? Are you going to invite your family to watch the movie with you, the news network, whatever it is you're going to watch? Are you going to even shut off the TV and say, hey, maybe I'll spend some time with my son, my daughter today, my wife, hubby, whatever you call, and boyfriend, girlfriend, and just make that moment to be with them. And I'm thinking, all right, I may not want to do this right now, but all of a sudden it's kind of nice just to know I can do this. Taking a step back. Take a step back in that environment. Allow the distraction to kind of ease off. The temptation, the frustration, the anger, let it work itself out. Just sit back for a moment if you have to. On your chair, your couch, your hammock, wherever. Find that peaceful spot at the house and then move forward. Spend time with others. Just to rush into a situation with your family. If you're angry and frustrated, okay, you want to get something off your chest, fine. But remember that that energy can carry over to other people too. And so if you have a moment to de-escalate, cut down the energy, and then share, that will help you, and as it would have helped me, other people, all of us in situations of the past. Taking a moment just to breathe and just allow your environment to help you. Just sit in that place for a second and just be at peace. And that is where you could turn any environment into a peaceful place for you. One final note as I'm reflecting on this with self-care and person and environment. Yeah, you can also take it to the next level. What is your best imaginative place? Do you like fishing in the Four Corners? Do you like going to Disneyland? Do you like being at United Kingdom? Bringing that environment, your mind, into your thinking, and then just thinking, okay, I'm right here, walking along the grass. I can feel the rocks along the cliff, looking at the canyon. Becoming a part of that environment in your mind and making that into the reality. That is beautiful. And when you turn that into a real thing in your life, where, okay, I'm going to make this background for myself when I do YouTube. I'm going to make a new image on Facebook just because I'm feeling courageous and great now all of a sudden. My self-esteem, my well-being is growing. It is becoming greater. That is beautiful when the imagination becomes reality. And the people see from within, wow, you're growing, Mike. You're growing, Sam, Brian, whoever you are watching this. You're growing. And we all see it. And that is inspiring. And we thank you. So be inspiring. Let yourself Be awesome. Bring your world into the world that we live in. You're going to be great. And you can make any environment your peace. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.